Oh, did I actually? Ah, I accidentally went live. Okay, I know. Get ready because that's what kind of day this is going to be.
Look at me, hey, I'm inside. Island sounds, island wide, heavy on Hawaiian style. Gather round, come hear the sound coming at you from all around. Heavy on Hawaiian style. Heavy, I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. Heavy, I'm heavy on Hawaiian style. I'm living on the Valley Isle. I'm heavy on Hawaiian style.
How's it, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Pidgin. Now, my name's Andy Bumatai, and I will be your host. You don't believe me? Hey, I have a fancy graphic. Look, see there, it's official. I am, in fact, the host. Yeah, and I always like to mention that if you're the type of person who slows down to check out car accidents, then you probably will enjoy what we have coming up because here we talk about all things Hawaii. You know, we are not political, by the way. There are enough places where you can go argue with people whose ideology is worn like a brain tattoo, but other than that, we're okay. Oh, and by the way, we also play Hawaii news clips once in a while. Well, we have about 5, maybe 6 if we have time today. And this is just to give people an idea of kind of what's going on, but we avoid the if it bleeds, it leads. Yeah, you guys are used to hearing this, the regulars. And we have some Hawaii flavored music videos for you today. But in fact, let's take a look at what we have coming up on the news clip side. Oops, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Big fancy. We're going to take a look at a news clip that highlights an auntie who's been driving bus for about 30 years, I think it is. Yeah, I know. And then the feds have decided to give the people in Lahaina some money they've been asking for a long time, right? And then since the back to school is about to happen, e-bikes are going to be flooding the roads. So there's some information on how we can do that safely. It's red flag warning season. That means that fires can be lit very easily. So there's some warnings on how to be safe. Also, and a church van was stolen, and it made the news. I know. It's like, what? I know. And there's some information on how many cars are stolen in Hawaii, so we'll take a look at that. But first, you know what? I tell you what, let's go to the big board and see who has shown up today and say hello to a few people. Okay, I said hi to E.T. Guerrero by putting her comment on the screen. I know it's going to be, and you probably notice I'm having a little problem with my voice also to add insult to injury. Hi, Pernell writes things. Rick S. is here, one of our moderators. Thanks. Lolo Okole. Hey, Kavika on YouTube, Kavika on YouTube, the trucker. I see. This is, yeah, I see that, Nani, big board, yes. I said screen. Anyway, Mad Statter, how you? Aloha no, glad to catch the start of the show. Yeah, you're always a little on Hawaiian time, but it's not like you don't do your own show on Twitch and YouTube, so you have a few other things going on. There's Nani Aloha. You'll hear me reference her throughout the show because not only is she a moderator, but she's also an associate producer. How's it, Darlene? Mahalo. And speaking of more moderationists coming in, hey, Shakalaka, how are you? Shakalaka is home from camp. Woo! Yeah, she's very involved in the martial arts community, trains herself, and I think this was an Aikido retreat, if I am not mistaken. Woo! Arguments about soy sauce are about as political as we get around these parts. I know. Aloha! No way! I'd rather have the other one. I can't remember it. Hey, Blanket of Aloha from Sam Bittner. How's it? Koto 808. Hey, you started before my alarm went off. Yeah, I started before my alarm went off, so there we go. I know. What you gonna do? I know. Hey, how you doing, Jeff? Did you sell that laptop, Jeff? Jeff had a 2019 Mac, a 15-inch MacBook. I think it was a Pro, I'm not mistaken, but he wanted $600 for it. Great deal. Those things, they last forever. It's an Intel Mac, but it's still good. Hey, how's the medium 7 up? How you? I have one of your drops. You and Shakalaka at the train station. I have that drop queued up. Words are hard, yeah. And thinking is even harder sometimes. Plus, I'm pushing through this voice. I don't know what's going on, but I might be coming down with something. I'm not sure. Okay, Internet Surfer 3000 saying, "Hello to Mr. Bumatai." Oh, mahalo nui loa for a Mr. Roger Sasaki. I think that church van was full of tools that used to help to build houses. Yeah, and supplies. If I'm not, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, how's it, June Kubesik? Aloha, Andy and gang, making chocolate lasagna for a reunion tomorrow as I watch you. Oh, put some in the internet. We all like trying. I know. And Rick says, welcome to the Daily Pigeon podcast. Andy, aloha practiced here. Oh, I see. This is moderationizing at its best. Mahalo, Rick, for giving people a taste of what to expect. Eric S. saying, surfs up. You did not sell it. Okay, well, there you go. If anybody's interested in a laptop, Jeffrey right here is selling. And if he went through it, I can vouch for it big time. I have bought equipment from him. And believe me, it is refurbished to the max. Okay, oh, look. Hey, Shaka is on Facebook, and that means her name is Melissa. Hey, Watts 45. Hey, long time. Yeah, it's nice to have you back there. Yeah, we've been doing Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3:30 Watts. Yep. And no comment. The first one, always a straight line. That's right. Okay, and thanks for that picture of the choke traffic from your vantage point there in Waikiki. Kaina. Ooh, kaina, kana. How am I saying that? Kiana? Again, working with a very damaged brain today, Kiana Khan. Wearing my rice bag shorts. Ooh, how many pounds? Oh, I only went with it at 10 pounds because, I've been losing weight. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're very welcome, Jeffrey. Helping him unload a laptop. Oh, you're in Kaka'ako. I'm sorry. What did I say? Waikiki? Yeah, he is in Kaka'ako. Okay, there you go, gang. We got through it. Let's see. How we doing on... what happened? Okay. By the way, the sirens went off again today, but it's the regular testing siren thing. The tsunami. There's places where the water level came up 13 inches. Oh no! In a couple places it wet. The parking lots of things, but it generally wasn't too bad. Okay. So let's go to our first news item. And again, this is about an auntie who's been a bus driver a long time. Okay, let's check that out.
Public transportation is part of many people's daily lives. Today we meet one bus driver who has been part of those daily commutes for decades. And her way of connecting with new riders and her regulars doesn't go unnoticed.
Aloha.
How are you? I'm good. Good to see you. Oh my God.
I think she's a very spiritual and very heart-centered person.
All pal, you errand or you going to lunch?
Auntie,
good morning. I'm Uilani Souza. I'm a bus operator. I'm from Kailua, the Windward side. At 35, back then, as a single parent with 4 children, I wanted to do something different.
Wow.
And so I chose to apply for the bus company,
Okay.
I wanted to go
85.
after for something that, going to better me and my children. At that time, I seen female drivers, and so I want to challenge things. I wanted to do something different.
Uilani has been a bus operator for over 40 years now. She's currently on Route 545 and 541 in Pro City, shuttling riders along the rail line from Kuauka Loop and Wailuna Heights.
How cool is that?
I love it, and when God gave me the sign, the grace of God, please tell me I'm ready, I'm ready. But other than that, as long as I take care of my health, everything, I'm all good. And 2007, I had breast cancer. I was getting pains on the side over here, and I didn't think it was breast cancer. It was stage 3. 18 years now, I'm a survivor. So I've been through ups and downs throughout my years, but I never gave up.
Uilani is 76 years old.
I have 24 grandchildren, 32 great-grand.
And she isn't quite ready to retire yet.
The people,
Yeah,
my
there you
regular
go, Rick.
riders. Good morning, Uncle. Good morning. Good morning. All of them were so wonderful, each and every one. I got so attached to them, more so now on this route, and that's why right now I'm not ready to go.
After a while, I had a few personal things going on. I started talking about my family, and she was saying, well, she started to give me advice and take care of this and take care. So she became like a very sort of an auntie figure. And I notice everybody that comes on, she sort of connects and knows, and sometimes she's looking out for people and making sure they get on the bus and things like that.
Bye, aloha. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. I just enjoyed them very much. So aloha, so love, so caring. And then if I'm on vacation, they don't like that. They don't want me to go on vacation because they don't want to go out and drive. They don't have the smile. See, gotta smile with aloha and kill it with kindness. You know what I mean? So, and just take it one day at a time. Today is today. Tomorrow is tomorrow when it comes. I see you when I see you.
Oh, I love that. I see you when I see you. Oh, you're mean. Oh, okay. I remember when I was taking martial arts. Our instructor used to always say, when I say, "Oh, see you tomorrow," he goes, "You know what? I see you when I see you, because if you say I see you tomorrow and then you can't make it, you're going to feel guilty." So when you can, because if no can, no can. That's how. Hey, Charles K, how you, brother? What's going on? Hey, aloha, Andy, and the whole gangy. Yeah, she drives the bus, but stay right there. Whew, but stay connected. Takes her a long way. There, what do you Oh, Rick's got hold on. He's got an ongoing thread going here. Enough already. Take a break. But staying connected will take her a long way since she drives the bus. You know, at 76, my question would be, first of all, you guys, when's the last time you rode the bus? No, I'm just wondering. You can go back years when you were a kid, whatever. When did you ride the bus last? That's the question. But what I was wondering when she said she was 76, you know, I have to get my license renewed on December 24th because that's my birthday, right? And I've had this license for 8 years, all boss up too, by the way. So I go and I said, I make an appointment, and they said, if you're up to 71, then you get your license again for 8 years. But after 71, you only get it for 2 years, right? Because I guess they want to make sure, you know, as you get older that you can still drive and such. But I'm going, well, I made the appointment for October. I'll still be 71. So I'll keep you informed if I got it for 2 years or 8 years, because I really hope it's 8. Because we all know how much fun it is to go stand in line for a license. I know. Woo. Panel Wright says, Roger Sasaki, I miss driving the bus. I only went work 11 years. Roger Sasaki. Oh, I got to find that one. That's it. We got to throw that one. No, I can't see it. No, no. I guess I could search it. Hold on, let me try that. Okay, I'm gonna go SAS. There he goes. Oh, there he is. Oh, I miss driving a bus. I only went work 11 years. Oh, I know. So Roger also misses Diamond Shoyu. You know, if you're gonna miss things, guess what? That's how right there. Okay, so anyway, let me check the chat to make sure none of the Hammer Jang gang went posts about riding a bus. And the last time was when I worked in the 90s, right? Was that your primary way to get back and forth to work? Okay. Ooh, hey, Kenny Roberts, mahalo for being here. A little trouble with the voice, but it's not bad for me. Well, you know, every time I have problems with my voice, I always think, man, I'm so glad I'm not a singer. You know, when you hear Kenny sing, you go, oh, man, it would be a tragedy if his voice wasn't working properly. How often do you have problem with your voice, Kenny? Do you at all? Hey, K-Rod. How's it? Mahalo for being here. Broken Soul, long time. We never see you here. I mean, well, that's like a couple shows for me, but aloha kako. Hey there. Pokole T recently went to see Kenny and Veeks. Aha. That's a message from Nani right there. She has information I do not. Touring musician, don't talk to me about bus travel. Oh, well, that's a different kind of thing. You know, Kehaulani, believe me, I spent my time on tour buses, you know, and I wasn't the star, so I was, you know, yeah, on that bus. Everybody together. We were on a trip once. I forget the band, but the whole band was there very late at night. Everybody was crashed out, and the bus driver saw a turn and went to take it at the last second because he didn't want to, you know, go all the way around. And the whole bus was like almost on two wheels as he made the thing. Now, most people were sleeping. They didn't notice it. But I was awake and went, oh, you know how hard it is to sleep after that? I know. And Brett says, my wife and I rode the bus from Kona to Hilo. Wow, the entire way somebody was farting. Between the speed of the bus and the obnoxious fumes, the BO, it was a terrible ride. Do not recommend. It makes you appreciate having your own car, doesn't it, Brett? What a Oh man, that sounds like a comedy. Oh, bummer. Medium 7 Up. What happened, Brett? Oh no, I know. I remember when, believe it or not, when Twitter first started, one of the first tweets I read was, "Somebody on the bus smells funny." This goes back years and years ago. Of course, now we have all kinds. And speaking of that, for the people who don't know, we are on a number of different platforms, primarily Twitch and YouTube, but we're also on LinkedIn and and X, and also Facebook. So I think that's 5. I lost count. Maybe once a year, but then it's kind of raspy, so I would sing more bluesy and rock. Kind of sound good. Well, with my voice, maybe I could pull off some classic Dylan, you know. But other than that, what is Huma? Huma is Medium 7-Up's cat. Huma Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a is what he named his cat. So for short, we call him Cat. But anyway, Mad Trees 808. Last time I rode the bus was 25 cents. Me too. I went back and forth to school. Not back, only back or forth. I've told that story before, but yeah. So I had a choice. Morning or on the way home. The last time, let's see. Kenny says, "Hey, Shock, thanks for the yummy bags that you gave to Kavika and me." Oh, man, how's that? Shakalaka, I guess she was on Maui. Kenny and Kavika have a duo, musical duo, and Eluakane, and they work Nalus and other places. You're on Maui, find them. It will be worth it. Andy, as long as you're in Key, that's what matters. Bob Dylan in Key? There's a concept. Oh, man. Mad Statter. I invested in some pee pads for cheap at TJ Maxx, so that helps a bit. Oh, your cat isn't feeling well. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. You know what? I want to send a special shout out to Tracy Cheney. This is Poppy Cheney's wife. She recently had brain surgery, and they, I think, are in the hospital watching. Now, whether they can comment, I don't know, but we wish you a speedy recovery, Tracy. You know, I stay with them at their house whenever I'm in the zip code. In fact, I will be up there in September, I think it is, because I'll be doing shows in Granite Bay, Sacramento, and Santa Cruz. So the Sacramento Granite Bay is within striking distance. So anyway, in fact, if you want to know who I'm speaking of here, this will give you a hint. Not that. This. Not that.
Welcome back to High Now Daily. We're here.
For those of you seated in an exit seat, please review the exit seating criteria.
Aloha, Gangy. Aloha, Andy. Poppy Cheney here.
Gamma Cheney here.
Even when we're traveling cross country, across the mainland, we always find time to watch the Daily Pidgin live.
With Andy Bumatai.
Aloha.
Aloha.
We all walk with an outer glow, living on our insides, casting shadows. The world's spinning around again. We all know, but we all pretend. Earth spinning round again. Blood pumping round again. You said your name was Billy Joel, but you didn't know how to play the piano. Who is your heart beating for in this life? Bending over backwards just to know tonight. Who is your heart beating for? Who is your heart beating for in this life? Bending over backwards just to know tonight. Who is your heart beating for? Who is your heart beating for? Who is your heart beating for? Who is your heart beating for?
Ooh, had a little button problem there looking for the Poppy and Tracy drop there. That's okay. It's going, this song is pretty good. Wow. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've been playing it for years, and it's still rocking. Yeah, I put these together. I find the tunes on and I forget the name of the site. Anyway, and then I put them together with footage I have. It's one of those sites, you subscribe to a site and then you can use their music. That one of those kind of things. It'll come to me, but brain cobwebbing today, so that's where we at. But hey, there are worse things. Whenever I hear this song, it takes me a while to figure out what he's singing. Who's your heart beating for? That's what it is. And the reason I played that song specifically is because it's one of Poppy's favorite songs, but still, Tracy's in our heart, so I wanted to kind of put that together. That's what goes on in my feeble little brain. But again, Tracy, get better, and if you missed this show, believe me. No worry, beef curry, get better. Whew. And Pannell writes things, says, my brain is always cobwebbing. Yeah, but, sometimes other days are, and I might be coming down with something. I'm not sure, but my wife always tells me that it's okay to be sick sometimes because I have this bad habit of powering through. Okay, let's do another news item, and this one here is how the Fed has decided to give Maui some money that I guess has been allotted for those types of disasters. And I know we won't go there, but it's been tough. Here, let's listen.
All new at 6, Maui residents who lost their homes in the wildfires are learning how to get part of almost $1 billion in federal aid to rebuild. It's part of a $1.6 billion in post-disaster federal relief. But as our Daryl Huff reports from Maui, the money will come with a catch for homeowners.
The $1.6 billion was approved by Congress 19 months ago, and it was delayed getting here. But now Maui County wants to spend it as fast as it can.
All the effort, all the energy, all the planning has all been with that one goal in mind. It's getting the people of Lahaina, from Lahaina, back to Lahaina.
Many Lahaina families are short of the money they need to rebuild, with construction costs rising and insurance often inadequate. So with $90 million in federal community development funds, the county is rolling out 3 housing programs for lower and moderate income first-time buyers, for those who are almost ready to rebuild, and reimbursement for those who have already rebuilt at huge expense.
It doesn't really seem or feel fair that somebody took on an extraordinary amount of debt just to get back home, and then all of a sudden your neighbor who's in the same financial situation just gets a house.
But the other goal is to keep housing affordable, so there will be strings attached.
If you just dump a bunch of money into a bunch of houses, that may build you some houses, but that doesn't ensure that the people that live in those houses are local people. You can end up creating an environment that makes it really easy to flip homes.
Bingo.
And just run away with the money.
Putting deed restrictions that regulate resales and profit is part of a model developed by the Lahaina Community Land Trust, formed right after the fire to prevent speculation and gentrification.
Without any guardrails on how that funding is used, folks could get the funding, get a brand new, shiny, fancy new house, and if there's no protections put on that, what's to stop them from flipping that house in 5 years for $2 million, who nobody in our community can pretty much afford that.
County officials agree, so grants through the county will include affordability restrictions from 20 to 99 years and will be tailored to each family.
So we're working through all this different lending solutions and understanding in each individual scenario.
For a lot of folks that see this as a way to not only stay for their generation in Lahaina, but have assurances that there will be affordable homeownership opportunities in the future for Lahaina.
The first public meeting for the program is this evening, but for those who miss it, there is an online meeting Friday. The details are on our website. Reporting from Maui, Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
Wow. Sorry, guys. I just had a... Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I want to show you something here. Okay. You see this right here? You can't see it, but it's a little heater, right? Here, you can see it like this. Okay, so this is a little heating device, and I guess I set it to 167 degrees, and I've had some hot water on here. And during that, I went to drink it, and I ended up going, spitting it out. I don't know if I did that on camera. Most likely I did. What a day. I know. I'm starting to enjoy it. I know that's how you got to do it sometimes. You got to roll with it, because a very wise person once said, "These aren't problems. This is your life." I know. Oh, okay. And Matt Statter says, "Let's go to the big board because this looks important." Okay. She says, "I like that they are providing different kinds of lending solutions, solutions to specific needs. So often they have one size fits all. That does not work when it comes to allotting money. I know. Ouch. Oh, not your first spit take." I know. Oh, man, I know. Lolo Okole. That sounds like a Monday thing. Yeah, but it's Friday. Maybe this is my Monday today. Never mix up your heating devices with your weed weighing scale. I know that looks like a weed weighing scale, but no, it is not. It is a... Okay, and on YouTube, Brett says, "Pidgin word of the day, Dis. Howley has been enjoying your show for close to a decade." Yeah, Brett's always trying to get me to do the Pidgin word of the day thing, but I always whine and go, "You know how much work that is, all the editing that it takes just to do a little 4-minute piece?" And I wanted to also, but I'm thinking about you, Brett. Don't worry about it. Okay, and here Kenny wants everyone to know that tonight he will be at Kihei at the #1 dive bar. Only get cold drinks and chips and jerky. Okay, let's go put that back up because I read slow. Oh, and music. I kind of missed that part, didn't I? Oh, good job, Nunny. I say good job, Nunny, because, what she does is she sees something interesting and she puts it on the little what we call the bat phone here, and for the people who don't know, Nani is in Sacramento and she's doing this thing up here and you can see that thing there. And sometimes she runs stuff here. She's all doing that remotely from Sacramento. I am in Hawaii. Okay, there we go. Now that we have that out of the way, I just made an 8-minute video and 3 related shorts and did not want to think about how much time I spent per minute of content. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And by the way, Shock, Nani will get you that information. Again, in September, Well, let's do things in a row. Okay. On the 12th of this month, I'll be in Las Vegas with Augie Tolba. We'll be at the Beach House on August 15th and 16th. Okay. Which means we won't be doing this show on that Friday and the following Tuesday because of flights and all that, right? So there'll be disruption for that. Oh, look, there she is doing her thing. Okay, and then that's August. In September, I'll be at Granite Bay. All right, we'll put information up there. Then Sacramento at the Roostallers Basement. This is a new comedy club they just opened, and then in Santa Cruz at Pono's Hawaiian Grill. Okay, and that's a Sunday. Okay, so it'll be Friday Granite Bay, Saturday at in Sacramento, and that Sunday at Pono's Hawaiian Grill. First time I'll be there. Okay, yeah, and I'll do those all by myself. There might be opening acts that show up, but I'm not going with Augie or anything. Oh, disruption? See ya when I see ya. Yeah, see, I didn't take my own advice. Well, actually, it wasn't mine. It was the sensei's, but you know what I mean. Okay. Hey, Pokoliti, are you still on Maui? Darlene S. wants to know. Okay, Big Squirrel Nuts. Tumoa is here in Eugene this weekend trying to get tickets for Saturday. Let me know how that goes. Tumoa has been doing gangbuster. He plays huge venues and stuff, I'm going into, as I wring the last few drops out of the damp washcloth that is my career before I retire coming up soon. I'm just doing the fun gigs. They're easy. And by the way, subscribe and make Nani happy, please, especially the new people. It doesn't cost anything, and it makes a world of difference to the algorithm. Uncle Algorithm and his wife, Antilytics. Yep, that's who we're trying to satisfy here. Yeah. Okay, what time we got? Oh, look at that. It's 5 after the top of the hour. What do you think? Would you like to see an sub-scribble? He's so funny. Remember tell people to sub-scribble. Oh, you gotta enjoy yourself, What else is there? Vegas hotel and comedy tickets booked. Oh my goodness! Thank you, bro. Oh, you coming to the Beach House? Oh, that I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ooh, and look, Leilani went troll on Shaka right there. Let me try her name again. Leilani Kaleimoku Kaleohe. No, Kaleohe. Ooh, getting better. I know, not easy like when I had a brain. Ooh, I'm a subscriber, so worth it. Do it, peoples. Thank you. Body Freaky, happy birthday to me. No way. Happy birthday, Body Freaky. Hey, everybody, it's happy birthday, Body Freaky. There you go. Our body right there. Okay. Let's see. So what do you want? Should we play another music video, or do you want to hear about back to school and how e-bikes are going to be a big part of it? Oh, I heard e-bikes. Okay, let's go for it. I think this is the right one.
Well, public school students are going to be back in the classroom across the state on Monday, and many of them will get to their campus on e-bikes. It's become such a popular mode of transportation for young people that it even prompted safety officials to alert everyone about the importance of riding safely. Now, Jai Cunningham joins us in studio right now. Jai, the school year didn't even start yet, and there are urgent pleas for safety.
Yeah, Le'ui, you know what? More than 165,000 students are expected back on campus. This is come Monday. And boy, we have seen over the past few years that the growth and the popularity of e-bikes, especially among young riders. And there are some new laws that riders and parents should be aware of.
And you know what? When it comes to middle school and high school kids, they don't listen to anyone more than they listen to old people telling them how to be safe. Remember when you were in high school? Yeah. And old people, I'm talking like 20s, told you what to do. You went, what do you know? You're old.
If you're riding an e-bike, you must be 15 years or older. Now, these machines, they can go upwards of 20 miles per hour or faster, and they can be dangerous for anyone to handle, much less a smaller child. Listen to someone who knows.
Wow. Now, while I'm on scene, I can hear the cries of the parents behind me as I treat their child on scene for these types of injuries.
You know, the parents that bought them the bike, those parents.
We can avoid this together. This is 100% avoidable. Let's work together as a community to have a safe school year.
And adding to that, anyone under the age of 16 is required by state law to wear a helmet if you're on a bicycle, on the roads, or on a bike path. Now, EMS was joined by HPD and City Councilman Augie Tolba, who chairs the Public Safety Committee. Everyone telling parents, please know the law. Do not let children under the age of 15 operate e-bikes. They're wanting to make sure that we have a safe school year ahead, and it all starts by getting to campus safely. Jai Cunningham, Island News.
Okay, so you heard that, parents? Do not let your child ride that bike you spent $4,000 on. Drive them to school every day instead. And look at that. Happy birthday, buddy, freaky. There we go, right there in the corner. Again, that's Nani doing that. I know, too much. Monday? Yes. No, the school is back here in Hawaii on Monday. I don't know what it's like anywhere else. But my wife, of course, works at a school, teaches. She was a teacher. Now she's more on the administration side. But, yep, they're back. And she's been, of course, going into the school this whole past week to prepare, for all the e-bikes. No forget the helmet. Yeah, Pokoliti. Well, after 15, it's a law. There's no helmet law in Hawaii for motorcycles, right? But if you're 15 on an e-bike, then you have to have one. There we go. Marilyn, how you? Aloha, Andy. Long time no see. Well, thank you for being here one more time. Yes, we're here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tree Turtles, Hawaii Standard Time. We'll be here. There'll be a little break. When I go on the road to do stand-up. But other than that, we are here. They have to learn the hard way. But, the hard way sometimes. I mean, they go, hey, these bikes go 20 miles an hour. Everybody goes, 20 miles an hour? What does that mean? On a motorcycle, 20 miles an hour? And you hit a pole or that's fast. Amazing how used to speed we have become. Yeah. Brain surgeons call folks who don't wear helmets practice cases. Sheesh, I know. I choose to wear a helmet. I wear a helmet exclusively, as do, by the way, over 85% of motorcycle riders in Hawaii. There's those people who, do the Harleys with the no helmet and slippers and tank top, board shorts, And it's not against the law, and let those who ride decide. I'm all for that. And choose to wear protective gear. Okay, in my day, you had to pedal a bike. A what? You had to what a bike? Oh, I don't remember that. I know, exactly. And again, those bikes aren't cheap. E-bikes are the gateway drug to motorcycles. Joke. No, it's not a joke. Did you see all those kids congregated on the e-bikes? Guess what happens after that? Patches. I know. Whoo. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to throw you on the big board. This looks like a long comment, and I want everyone to see what John has to say. Like you have headphones on while you're walking. You shift suddenly to one side, and these guys come behind you. They'll be hurt. They are dangerous. Yeah. But let's face it, most things that are really fun are a little dangerous, including that date that you will not admit to going out on. Oh, Andy, is there a helmet law on the islands? No, Lolo Okole, there is no helmet law. I know, no helmet law in Arizona. Yep. Everyone riding a bike or motorcycle should wear a helmet, and that is my opinion also. But there's that, and then there's, guess what? Let those who ride decide, because if you choose not to wear a helmet, maybe, there'll be more room on the road for those of us that do. I know. Listen, I was on my one wheel, right? You know that one that I haven't ridden in a long time, but there's that one wheel skateboard thing I was riding. Wore a helmet and used wristband things, shoulder, knee pad, the whole bit. And I fell one time, and I can show you the helmet. There's a crunch on the side where I ate it. You know, they were doing some construction, and somebody left this thing on the road I didn't see. Boom, bam. I gotta tell you, if I didn't have that helmet, I would be making even more mistakes than I do now. How's that? Yeah. Okay. I've gone 20 plus miles an hour on a bicycle of the pedaling kind. It was fast, exactly. But when you're young, you're indestructible, bulletproof, and will live forever. So it's not it's not an issue. Dress for the slide, not for the ride, right? What's the other one, Lolo Okole? I'd rather sweat than bleed. Because people go, aren't you hot with that big old armored jacket on? Yeah, well, guess what? Hey, Tony, I told my helmet a joke, but it went over its head. Oh, talk slower, Tony. Well, there we go. Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, as they say. Yes, and they've been saying that a lot lately. Hey, Sal, how you, brother? Thanks, Sal, for being here. Okay, I'm celebrating in Kailua now. That's right, you just moved there, right, Mark? Congratulations on your new place, getting settled in. Pretty soon. Beach. There we go. Kenny Roberts, my boss said, you need a bucket for your melon. Oh, there we go. My dad calls a helmet a brain bucket. Exactly. Kenny, don't forget your brain bucket, okay? Yeah. That's right. Kenny and I have ridden together. I'll tell you what, when I did the Toys for Tots thing, I did that, that controlled run where they stop the traffic from going on and it's everybody. And I enjoyed not having a helmet there, because it was a controlled environment. But on the street, that's right. Okay, what time we got? Oh, man, I've been yakking. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so we did here, it's Red Flag. You know what? Let's play another music video just because I feel like it. I know. Whew. Here's that drop I was talking about, Miles. Here's you in shock at that train station.
That's okay, Shakalaka. It looks great.
Oh, you turned it on already. Hey there, Hamilton gang. It's Medium 7-Up in Shakalaka.
How's it?
We're in Boston, where he normally is. But for all that, he had a hard time finding me here at the South Station food court. Where
it's a big station.
We can hope for product placement. You're cheating.
Enjoy the
arms
show.
are longer than mine, which is why he's holding the phone. Did we do our 5 seconds of silence?
We didn't do the 5 seconds of silence. I know.
Shame.
Shame upon us. There we go. Enjoy the show.
What? So I'm on my way to see Cindy, and we're gonna make a little movie. So here we are.
PM train to Wickford Junction is now.
What, Mark? Was it closed? Like? Was it because of the all the tsunami traffic or something, or what was going on? Let us know. I didn't hear anything about a closure, and certainly that didn't represent what's happening today. I mean, I shot that years ago. That's back when I was sticking a GoPro on my truck and driving around. I have some, that I shot with the camera on the motorcycle, but you can really tell the difference because that Aleva Heights one is a fine example. Oh dear, stood up to stretch, and now, what? Tatarine, is that what your name? Your cat? Oh, that must be the cat in the avatar there. Ooh. Koto Ero 8, it was definitely Like. Definitely. Yep. Koalas. There we go. And Aloha State of Mind says, just watched the first 2 episodes of Chief of War and solid so far. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I don't have that. Is it on Apple Plus or something? Yeah, I know it was pretty good. Jason Momoa's dad has a cameo in that. I just saw a post where he has a picture of his dad and he goes, "Anybody spot my dad?" And Keone Nunes and his Jason's dad, who still lives in Nanakuli, by the way, they're pretty good friends, which is how Jason ended up doing. Keone ended up doing Jason's tattoos on the side of his head. If he shaves his hair, all of that on both sides, that's Keone's work. I know, pretty good, Yeah, Aloha State of Mind. I'm gonna watch when we pow here. They are only 2 episodes out so far. Yeah. I mean, that is so amazing what Jason Momoa pulled off with, that it's in Olelo, Hawaii, right? I mean, imagine, okay, we got this idea. Oh, and by the way, it'll be in the Hawaiian language because we know how many people speak that. What? I know. And Brian Keaulana was, I guess, the producer. I didn't know that. Just saw him on another news item, but it was short or I would have shown it here. I know. Did I show you guys the Keone Nunes thing? Let's take a look at that again. He's not, he's in Hawaii, so he's probably not here. So, okay. Me too, watching when pow. Well, I'll let you guys go in 5 minutes. So we'll be at the bottom of the hour, and that'll be 1 hour. I know, those tattoos were given to him at Buffalo's house. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, Buff's house. Buff is, of course, Brian Keaulana's father, right? We all grew up. My favorite story, and the regulars have heard this, but in 1969, I was in high school, and I cut class, as I often did, for go surf, and I got to the beach, and this is longboard days, and went, oh, wow, hardly anybody out. So from Clausmeyer's side, I paddled all the way, and there were like 3-4 guys sitting way outside. And I went, wow, they kind of far out. And when I got there, it was like, Buffalo, Fred Hemmings, I think it was, like Greg Knoll and Ricky Gregg, these kind of people. If you know those names, you know what I'm talking about. And I went, uh-oh. And Buff says to me, Andy, what you doing out here? And then I look outside and this wall of water. It's like that rap Replinger bit. Oh, I saw this monster wave. I knew my eggs was headed for that big omelet in the sky. And these guys are paddling to the right where the peak is. I'm scratching to the left like some, like a little bird chasing, across the water. Oh my goodness, it was big. If you know 69, it was one of the biggest swells. Greg Knoll lost his board and ended up swimming in 3 miles. I think he came in at Cornet Beach or something crazy. Wow, I know. Anyway, that's what's happening. Okay, so let's do this last story about red flag days. Okay, is that the one? Yeah. Let's see. What do? We did best. I think this is it.
It's a crime that can impact anyone, but a theft
Oh,
of
no,
a
no.
chip.
Basically, the city said that they
This
are
one.
urging and advising residents to be vigilant, considering all of these conditions, a recipe for potential disaster. They are also saying to do what they can to avoid activities that can spark a fire. They also
Red
reassured
flag.
residents that
Fire.
they are prepared as well. If Tuesday's tsunami warning has you worried
Look at
about
that.
traffic snarls and evacuation routes, city officials say they don't expect the same issues because localized fires are different from an island-wide emergency.
We look at our access routes. We'll be monitoring that. As
Okay,
you know, on the
Brian.
west side, we do have emergency access routes that at least some. So all of those things, we're going to be focusing on.
And in case you do need to evacuate, prepare now,
What?
especially if you or a loved one is medically fragile. Have medication and medical equipment ready.
Make sure that you have your evacuation kits, your go kits ready, that you know your evacuation routes, and that you have a plan in place to evacuate should a fire break out in your particular neighborhood.
The city is preparing too. At least 10 water tankers are on standby, focused on high-risk
So you should buy a helicopter and some water tankers now.
areas in West and Central Oahu where water supply is limited.
With state DOT, they're making some tankers available, 6,000 and 3,000 gallon tankers available. And also with our federal partners, with Hawaii National Guard, there are some air assets that we can spool up in case we need them.
HPD will assist with safety and security, and EMS has mobile units for
Good
patient
idea.
care. Officials are also using technology like cameras and sensors to help detect hazards early.
They pick up any type of smoke or heat that'll come up, and it pans onto the area, so we can utilize that. And it's in conjunction with HECO.
Officials say 99% of wildfires in Hawaii are caused by human activity. So be careful with cigarette butts, unattended campfires, machinery that causes sparks, burning yard waste, and sparks along power line corridors. To protect your home, clean up clutter, and remove dry vegetation. Now back here live in Kalihi, the city does say you will hear alarm sirens tomorrow.
I know plenty guys who are removing dry vegetation, one small piece at a time. Hey, okay, start.
Tomorrow at 11:45. Now remember, those are part of the regularly scheduled state testing of its outdoor emergency alert system. Don't be alarmed if you hear that, but if it is an actual emergency, be sure to check the news here on HNN as well and hnlalert.gov. Subscribe to those alerts as well. Reporting here, Annalisa Burgos, Hawaii News Now.
Annalisa Burgo. Thanks, Annalisa. Yeah. I always wonder what would happen if there was an emergency on the first working day of the month, you know, because that's when the sirens go off. You know, the emergency happens at 12 o'clock. Everybody goes, morning. Okay, the Vegas gig, you know, that's coming up. Nani said, mention the Vegas gig again. Okay. And I have a little graphic for you. I think it's this one. Bing. There we go. Yeah, this is the Beach House, and it's called the Beach House Las Vegas, but it's actually in Henderson, for those of you who know. It's about a half hour out. I actually booked it, I think it was last month, of something that right there on, what's that, you know, that main drag where all the people, Fremont Street, and nobody bought tickets because local people evidently hate going down there, even though it tends to be pretty busy, but it's all, you know, tourists and people want to take pictures with Spider-Man or whatever. But Augie Toba and I will be there August 15th and 16th. Augie makes these posters. You know, here's one that I really like that he did on this one. August 15th and 16th. You can go to andybumatai.com or augietlive.com and get your tickets there. Mahalo shakalaka for putting that on our website. That's what she does for us. I know. Thanks. Right there. Okay. And let's see. Anything else? Oh, yes. After that's August. And in September, coming up, we'll have some posters and yada yada. Granite Bay. This is just me. Granite Bay, Sacramento, and Santa Cruz. There we go. Oh, let's see. And Kenny says, you know, everybody get the same evacuation route. That's why hard. Darlene, true that, Kenny. But there are other routes that can be used. Just curious, but don't know. It could be crazy and dangerous. Yeah, but the the electric bike groove. Believe me, first thing I would do is throw my one wheel in the back of my truck, go as far as I can, then park that truck, and I'd be going through, or my motorcycle and just break a few laws by. I've done that on the North Shore. I will admit, when it's choked out on the North Shore and I see the mopeds going down the dirt, on the side, I go, meh. And I'm so far, knock on wood, no tickets. Okay? All right, gang. So that's pretty much it. We are at the bottom of the hour. Mahalo nui loa for joining us. A special, mahalo to all our moderators, which includes Rick S., Shakalaka. Devin wasn't here today, nor was C. Honda, but Nani Aloha, also an associate producer, was here, so we were in good hands. Mahalo nui loa, and see you when I see you. Oh, thank you. No comment. And Koto 808 says, on Maui, Oprah has a private road that she didn't open for tsunami evacuation. Or so I read. Yeah, I read that she actually ended up opening it, so you never know, right? Mahalo, Andy and Gangish. Thank you, Tommy Star Turtle. Appreciate it. Kaden, aloha. There we go. Aloha, ahuiho. That's from Lolo o Kole and Barakap. Nice one. Aloha, oi. Right there. And Manalo. Oh, you from Nalo? You gotta go Manalo. You cannot say Mahalo, because when you from Nalo, it's Manalo. I guess. I'm not sure. Doopity doop 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 doop. There we go. And spelled correctly, which is not something you often see. Oh, you're very welcome, Miles. Mahalo. Thank you. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm glad. Whatever it was. Thank you, Pano. Right. Okay, let's see what I was going to do. Oh, yes. I got a time hitting the button because when I go back and watch the rerun, it finishes before I go,